I'm gonna make this video because I just want it to be a serious video where I discuss the fact that in my past and especially most recent videos, I discuss very serious topics about the ongoings of what's happening in the world, and not only do I discuss real evidence that I have, but I've noticed that some people have commented and they don't seem to take it seriously. It seems like I don't think they think it's humor. I would like to know if you guys think of psychosis, mental illness. Do you think I'm a conspiracy theorist? Is the evidence not enough for you? Because I know for a fact that with the I'm an alien 100% proof video, where I am Jesus Christ, but if I say that, you'll automatically subconsciously put me into the category of a schizophrenic or someone who's mentally ill, when I would want to discuss with you people who watch this, my subscribers, and anyone who's newly subscribes from the point of this video being downloaded, how I'd be able to do that. I may not sound as good as you think Jesus Christ would be, but I'm going under circumstances that you humans might not be able to conceptualize or understand. It seems that you might not be able to understand or believe exactly what I'm going through and how deep down the rabbit hole you would have to go to believe in the knowledge that I'm giving you. And that I could easily send you an email link with more than enough evidence that I'm the real life Jesus Christ, more than enough evidence that I am not human, and more than enough evidence that the Illuminati is real, with evidence that God himself, before I even got here, made for me to disclose the Father, God, when I got back. And it seems to me that people might only watch a few minutes of my videos, and they might not really understand the full depth of what's going on, because I'm not that attention grabbing. This isn't that good of a camera, and this is a video where it's just me walking around in a store. I don't expect it to get much views. I mean, I'm referring to most of the videos with the most evidence, where it's literally just me walking around in a store, saying stuff and matching stuff out in a way that only someone who sees through time, someone who can know where the people are, know what shirts they're wearing, in other videos where I knew the license plates before I even got there, and I had it made it look like the license plates were almost communicating with me, and I can prove that where I was talking, and then all of a sudden I pull up, and the license plate happens to say, yeah, 5, something, something, something. And then other times where the license plates happen to say JDB, JDB. There's a car, and then JC, and then right behind me I look, and there's another car that says JC, and then I go, and I go where the car is parked, and it says JC on it, like Jesus Christ. I look behind me, and it says odd. I said, it's my job to say I'm Jesus Christ. And then I look over here in the next video, and it says OG 77777, which is God's favorite numbers, 7, 73, 37, and OG, like old gangster. I know it sounds crazy. Why would Jesus Christ say OG? Well, just for evidence. I mean, there's no reason not to. There's no reason to. I don't mean gangster to mean anything derogatory. Just the term OG. I thought it might be thought grabbing, attention grabbing to humans, so I was able to make that evidence come to life. The other videos where I discussed all the evidence on my phone, all the evidence that would refer to over 10 to 15 songs that specifically talk about the Illuminati in a way that isn't talking about them. I mean, it is, but not in a way that any human would be able to understand is about them, and it points to something. Over 70 songs that are on Hayden Lonsdale's birthday, which I can prove on his ID, which I took over his body. It sounds crazy, but how do you expect me to tell you about heavenly things if I can't tell you about earthly things? This simulation evidence where I show you, look it up, Duncan Trussell breaking the fourth wall, where he's talking to someone, and he literally says, we told you it was a simulation before you went into the thing and that it will clear your memory. And Jesus Christ is in me, coming back this time, would and will sound like a conspiracy theorist, talking about Satan, the serpents. There was a video where I was walking around talking about how most people around me are reptilians and aliens and people controlled by them, like stuff like that. And like controlled as in people that's so distracted that they might as well be possessed by Satan. They might as well be working for them. I mean, everyone, in a sense, especially in the West, is basically by proxy, by accident, without knowing it, working for the Satanic Illuminati. Not literally, but in the sense that everyone's distracted, everyone's sinning, a lot of people are getting more greedy, more violent, everyone's not going to church and praying. So by proxy, without knowing it, you're basically doing the bidding of satanic infiltration, which has been going on for thousands of years. And they just blend in as normal people. They're in the government, they're down here, they're everywhere. And I've come to disclose that information to everyone, especially like in Matthew 24:6. It talks about the fact that you will hear of rumors of wars, uprisings. It also talks about it in Luke. Uprisings, as in like civil wars. I mean, the Civil War mentality not only is going on, especially in America, which imagine a Civil War in America, that could weaken the West to the point where China and Russia would be provocative enough to move and act, which is actually, believe it or not the Russia and China and like other countries that work with them by proxy are moving in on us. Something about Taiwan with the computer chips. They have resources there too. It's not just political. And computer chips and computer parts being needed in the future is very important. Ukraine being needed for a seaport to also, they use more political reasons or more divisive reasons, like there's Russians there and cultural reasons and to establish the new USSR, stuff like that. And they also use the fact that America is on their borders more and more. And these are the fractures. These are the rumors. And these are really happening. The plagues, everything in the Bible, it's a parable. It's dreams. It's people saying stuff where parts of it, words of it, would and will come true. And we're almost in some weird secret code that only, for the most part, I will be able to have the final word on. Like, it doesn't mean there has to be however many plagues. It doesn't mean there has to be this or that, depending on your interpretation or which apocalypse you're talking about. Like Thoth's prophecy, the apocalypse in the Quran, all these different books and stories around the world all have to do. The disclosure, knowledge, the apocalypse. Apocalypse in Greek and Latin means stuff like disclosure and knowledge. Now, I have disclosure and knowledge, and I don't mean the apocalypse, but Revelations. I mean, I can prove that there's over 70 songs that relate to Hayden Lonsdale, of who I took over his body, believe it or not, that all relate to him, to the Illuminati, and to me. I can prove that I specifically have my mark on stuff where my mark shouldn't be. There's been so many things that I've done before I got here, such as putting people with red hair all over the place as women to lure Satan out, since they want to turn everyone, they want to turn boys into girls, girls into boys, they want to make black people racist against white people racist against black people. They just want to divide everyone and box everyone up, and that's one of the reasons why I might need people who aren't exactly, no offense to the Christians, the Jewish people, or the religious people, I need people who might not be in that box, where like, I'm only allowed to believe in this type of Christianity, I'm only allowed to believe in this type of Catholicism, I'm only allowed to believe in this type of Judaism, I'm only allowed to believe in this kind of Islam, I want to believe in this kind of Islam, I only not believe in this kind of Judaism, I only like all these boxes. I need someone who could just like be a little bit of each and be like, oh, okay, I understand. It's like the red pill, like where talking to Jesus Christ will literally make you feel as if you're in a different world. It'll open like basically a new chemical window in your brain where you won't understand what's going on. The information that I'm giving isn't just ye holiness. I can't come back talking like I did 2,000 years ago. They didn't understand me back then. Back then, it was Aramaic in Bethlehem. This time, I technically was born in North Attleboro, even though I was born out of spirit, not out of flesh. Now, what that means is I had to take over a human body. The reason why Jesus Christ and the white horse in the end would be given a name written no one knows about, because first it was Hayden. Well, first it was Hayden, and then he'd be given a name written no one knows about, Lucas. You look on his Facebook from about 7 years ago, where his name was Luke Haas, to represent Luke Skywalker, because I knew he'd be hunted by the Illuminati. If you look at my video where I was in Walmart, but the 100% proof I'm an alien, the first one, the one that is only 19 minutes long, there's clear proof that I'm literally using shirts to communicate. I know it sounds crazy, but just watch it and tell me what you think. Tell me that a normal human could do that and try and be honest about it, which I know you can't. Unless you're one of them, or you're highly blinded. There's so much other proof I have, and I mean that seriously. I know I itched, but I don't want someone getting that microscopic on me. I can prove that wherever I go, there's signs that follow me, and I can prove that songs specifically relate to someone or something, and it's me. That's where someone would watch my videos more than a couple minutes. If you look at the proof how I'm turning in the Illuminati, that's my psychological, almost mentalist, hypnotic tactic that I used to expose them all as a hive mind. Now, I can't just point out the Illuminati because people might not believe it. People already know about the Illuminati conspiracy theories. But what I did is prove, without actually getting them to turn into reptilians around me or prove anything, and if you combine what I did in the stores, I don't gotta go in depth to it. I do in other videos. I used their hubris, their narcissism, their delusions that they have about me, and I got them to expose themselves as if, and they do, work all together in a almost tandem-like response to me, and I could show you that they are listening to my internal monologue, and that they listen to what I tell them not to do, they listen to what I tell them to do, they believe in whatever they want, and the ways they think they can get me seems so far-fetched. Why would demons place stuff randomly all over the store? Why would they put girls with red hair everywhere? Why would they pretend to be you? Why would they pretend to be your father? And I talked about other videos where they actually will get the genders confused. They'll try and have like a girl say it's me, as in Jesus. They'll try and have a guy pretend to be like some guy had a backpack that said mama, and he was like a bag said mama, and he was trying to like insinuate. I know it sounds crazy, but they've done it multiple times. I have a picture of a girl that's really like this, and then it just says dad right there, and she's just always there. I know it sounds crazy, but don't log off. Don't click off now. I mean, look at the evidence I have for how, on the inside, how delusional they are. Like, you might be able to accuse me of the same thing, which it wouldn't work, wouldn't actually prove anything, but that I sound delusional. But that's because I'm explaining something that people don't understand, and I'm explaining that these people around me are basically delusional anyways. The thing they're good at is fitting in. Have you ever heard of schizophrenia, where someone could seem to blend in with society but also have delusions that no one knows about? And again, you could point me and say the same thing, but with these people, it's the same thing. The ones who are Satan, the ones who are actually real reptilian, demonic shapeshifters, really are delusional, because they thought that they could lie to me and over and over and over and over again. They think that I'll get amnesia because of psychological trauma. They don't understand that it's not Hayden Lansell anymore and it's Jesus Christ. This stuff sounds delusional, but like I told you, if I were to tell you about heavenly things, you wouldn't believe me. I can't even tell you about earthly things and you'll believe me. So, I could probably not even, to go further into that, to modernize it, as it's me saying it anyways. I mean, even regular humans can't tell each other about anything without each other not believing in each other and just not understanding anything. So I would like to know from people who, did you watch the full videos? Did you only watch a couple minutes of it? I know I'm getting views, but I highly doubt it's for the full 15-20 minutes. If you have a job, or you go to college, or whatever is your circumstance, I almost highly doubt that someone watched the full thing and not have a really giant response. Because it sounds like a mentally ill person at times, and I understand. And people over the centuries and thousands of years, Satan has tried to make me look way bigger and different than I am. Like I said last time, anything I can do, you could do. Anything you could do, I could do. I mean, I do see through time, and I can give signs that no one else can give. But if I was turning water into wine, that was changing people's perceptions and making them want to drink water more than mine and not being dependent on it, not needing as much. So opening people's eyes was just making them see in a different way, like giving them a red pill, but a good one that didn't like scare them, giving them faith, letting them see the world differently, and it got misinterpreted, and Satan loves it, because you guys are expecting me to raise the dead and turn clay pots into birds. If I did that, don't you think I'd have more people follow me than 11 people? I got remembered because of the crucifix. I didn't get remembered because of the magic powers at first. My stories got misinterpreted, and you might think of the Bible as being like this big, tops, like this big tops, but it's actually a lot bigger than that. If you count the Old Testament too, it's a lot bigger than that, and Satan hid it. And I mean, I need someone who could actually take me seriously. It might seem weird that Jesus Christ isn't talking like ye and thou. And is that the major thing why a human would think? Because you guys don't know me as much as you would want to. You expect too much. You expect me to make bread fall from the sky. That's not going to make demons go away. I wish I could make bread fall from the sky, but unfortunately I can't. So, you're just going to have to bear with me. I can, at the very least, if you don't want to believe I'm Jesus, give up your life for me, carry a cross, and not seek your own life so that you'll gain it, then at the very least, understand that I do have evidence of the Illuminati, I have evidence that I'm not a human. So, those two things alone should make these videos, I would want to say, blow up. I don't see why someone wouldn't believe me if they watched the full thing. I had someone say, everything this person is saying is true. And now it's one person watching videos, but it's probably so incomprehensible that I'm really Jesus that they just believe in the conspiracy theory aspects of it. So I need someone who literally can believe I'm Jesus and want to actually do something and spread my videos around. So I would like someone to contact me. You can contact me at haydenlon@yahoo.com. HAYDNLON @yahoo.com. I also have other ways of contacting me. I mean, I wouldn't want to exactly give out my number yet, just for whatever reasons. And contact me on YouTube. So, message me, ask me for different proof, ask me for more proof, tell me what you think of my proof, tell me how much you watch my videos, how long you watch them, and stuff like that.